This tutorial is going to show you how to insert a table or tables onto your web page. You might need to use tables occasionally when you're putting a lot of information, a lot of items on a page, and you want to get them all lined up nicely so that the images on the left align with the text on the right, which is very difficult to do unless you actually set up a table to do it. So let's just go through that process now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete what's the image on the page currently, and I'm going to take off the text so that we're starting with a clean slate. And now I want to insert a table so that I can get everything aligned nicely. So the insert table icon is here. If we click that, the screen will come up and it asks us how we want the table to be set up, how many columns we want. In this case 2 is fine. How many rows? Well, let's say we want 6 rows. Now in the table, the text will butt right up against the text in one column, will butt right up against the text in another column unless we give it some padding. So I generally set up my tables with a padding of about 5 units. Also on this with this particular table, we want it to take up the full width of the content area on the web page, so we're going to set it at 100%. And that will suffice for now. If we insert that, you'll see that the table appears in the screen, and we can now start to load in our items. Now when I've pasted that text back in, it's actually taken this column and made it a much bigger column than the one on the left, and we don't necessarily want that. So what we need to do is I've now clicked the cursor into the left hand column, and I want to set that column width to about 33% of the overall table. So I'll click the cursor in there, and then this little icon that says table cell properties, if I click on that, I'm now being asked to set the properties for that cell or that column, and I want that width to be 33%. So if I update that now, you can see that that's set the width. So you can see from that you can adjust the width of the different columns, you can adjust the height of the different rows by using that table cell properties icon there. And that'll give you a kickstart to starting to use tables. In the next tutorial we'll show you some of the little tricks and some of the ways you can use these other icons that are there once you've inserted a table.